BoxTube. I'm back. It's October 5th. And I was supposed to do one every other Friday, but you know how that works. Life just finds a way of getting in the way. And so I'm back. I've been doing a lot of stitching. I'm trying to finish up Quaker Christmas, and I'm going to show that to you in a little bit so you can hold me accountable. Somebody out there can, because I want to be finished with it. I want it framed and on the wall by December 1st. So if I can finish it up in October, I can drop it off at the framer, like I've got some, drop it off at Hobby Lobby, and then hopefully get it back by December 1st, have it hanging on the wall. So I've got some things to show you. I did get into StitchCon Weekend A. I paid this morning, so I'm super excited. So if you're going to StitchCon, I hope to see you there. And if you went last year, I hope to see you there again. And I don't know, there's just a lot. October's just kicking my behind a little bit. I don't know. So everything seems to be, I don't know, it's falling apart maybe. It's just been a bad couple of days here lately. No real reason, just, I don't know. Maybe I'm in a fall slump. I don't know. But everything's gonna be okay. There is some good news. So next week, we just got back from Disney World. So of course that's always exciting. We went to the Christmas party. No, we went to the Halloween party and got a lot of candy, had a good time. It rained. We looked like drowned rats, but 2 nights we spent there, and both nights it rained. At least the Mickey's Not So Scary party, it did not rain as badly. We were able to walk through, sprinkled. It just made you just wet enough that you were just irritated, but we had a good time anyway. And then this coming Tuesday, we'll be leaving to go to Halloween Horror Nights. And I know that out there, haunted houses are not some people's things, and I love them. I love to be scared. I love to be scared when there's some safety that's gonna happen. I wouldn't love to be scared if it was like real life and something was gonna get me. But I love scary movies. I love true crime stories. Doesn't everybody now? I don't know, I just grew up on scary movies, and one of my kids likes scary movies and the other one does not. Both of my nieces grew up on scary movies thanks to me, so I think I probably scarred them at an early age, but they watched Scream with me when they were like 5 and 6 years old. But that was before I was a kindergarten teacher and I knew better. But I have some little, I'm gonna do like a Halloween finishes, all of my Halloween finishes, like a little tour at the end. So if you're not interested in that, that's going to be at the end of it. But I also have some Halloween finishes to show you now. So I better get into it so this is not like 40 minutes long. Because some people don't like 40-minute videos, and I don't blame them. My attention span is not that big nowadays. I pick up my phone before, if I'm supposed to be watching a movie, I pick up my phone. You should not do that. We don't need to do that. But it doesn't stop me from doing it. So first thing I want to show is casting a spell. There was a whole SAL, and I had a bunch of them done, and it was hard to get those last 2 or 3 motifs finished. And so I finally just said, one day I said, I'm going to buckle down and get these finished so that I can get I had my box painted and waxed for the longest time. I ordered it from Hobby Lobby, and I said, I'm just going to buckle down and get these done. So I did. I got those 3 motifs finished, and I got my box put together. I made a little video about that. I put it on Instagram of how I put the box together using the directions from the pattern book. Hopefully you can see that. So it was really fun to put this together. I don't know what that was. My cats are not in here, so I'm not sure. But here's my box. This is so exciting. And oh, the ring light is going to cause a problem. But this is the Casting a Spell from Blackbird Designs box. I'm going to stand. Hopefully you can see that. There we go, maybe. My son is going to get on to me because he's going to say I should have held it a certain way. But I love how it has a little hinged. You can open it. And these can be like pin cushions. These are actually Jello, covered Jello boxes. These 4 right here. And then these motifs, I think there's 6 of them. 6 in the center. Is that 6? No, I can't count. Yes, it is 6. It is 6. Look at there. The 6 motifs in the center I just put on mat board. and use my handy little fabric glue pen to hold them in place. But I did put a video together about how, really quick video, like 2 minutes, about how I actually went about putting the box together. I did straighten the directions a little bit, but if you follow those directions and you want to do this, you should be just fine. I just kind of did what worked for me. Covering a Jello box was not easy because I didn't leave enough fabric on the edges as I should have, but I made it work. You can't see anything wrong with it. So this is Blackbird Designs Casting a Spell. And there we go. There's a better picture of it if you follow me on Instagram. Better picture of it on Instagram with the little reel I made about making it. So that's one thing I FFO'd, or I finished and FFO'd this past time when you haven't seen me. The next thing I finished was this adorable little, is it going to, there we go. It's the Boo, October Boo by Twisted Threads. And I was able, and I have it in their little the little tin star by Twisted Threads. And I have all of them. This is kind of a stash haul. I bought them, I don't remember if I bought them off eBay, but I got all the patterns. The only thing that did not come with it, I have all the patterns for all the months, and the gingham fabric that someone wrote me and told me is now, they don't sell it anymore. Was it Richell? I don't know. Anyway, they don't sell the gingham in brown anymore, apparently. And so I was lucky that when I bought it, that came with enough fabric to do all 12. The only thing it doesn't come with is each of these. They had Twisted Threads put out little sterling silver charms for each of the months, and I don't have those. And I went searching to find them, and you can find like 1 month here or there, but you can't find all 12 months. But they look okay without it. As far as this is concerned, the little charm would go right here. Why am I pointing with the wrong finger? Right there, and I don't really think it needs it. So we're just gonna leave it as is. So there's the second FFO. See, I've been productive. The third thing I FFO'd was when I started for Mania this past year, Mania 2023, and it is, I'm so glad that I live in a world where there are Octobers. So this is I'm So Glad by Hands On Design. And this frame was actually, it had four hearts that had been burnt into the corners. And I took some spackling and I spackled those I knew I was going to cover it with paper, but I didn't want the outline of the hearts to show through. So I spackled over those, and then I just Mod Podged the fall scrapbook paper on there, cut the backs off of the buttons so that they could sit flatter for me, and then added this little squirrel charm. You can barely see it, let's see. Added this little squirrel charm for the corner. So this one was super fun to put together. The acorns. It was hard I did not have the correct felt, so I coffee dyed like a yellow, and I think it turned out pretty well. The hardest part of the whole thing, the fabric was fine, but it was going back in there and doing these little X's because you wanted to space them. I wanted to space them correctly, and it was kind of hard to decide where they need to go in order for it to look good. But that is another one. When you don't show up for a long time, you have a lot to show. So that's good. And then I finished another one. This one is Autumn Whirligig, I think it is, by Heart and Hand. And I've had this one finished for a while, but I wanted something to go on my little bowl in between Halloween and when I put out Christmas stuff. So I just added just a little orange pom-pom. It did have some brown attached to it, but I cut you can see the brown on the back. It was a brown, like a lace with orange pom-pom, and I just kind of cut, but you don't see the back side too much anyway. So I cut the brown off. You can barely see it. I kind of like how it adds a little something to it. So there we go. Cute, super cute. What else did I do? I have 2 more that I picked up from Framer, which is Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby does all my framing because I live out in the middle of nowhere. And it takes me an hour to get to Hobby Lobby. But this one is Miss Mary Mac by Lottie Da. And I really think this one is adorable. She has buttons down her back. And I love how the frame has these kind of mimics buttons around the outside edge of the frame. But this one has been finished for years, probably since probably about 2019, 2018. And I finished it, put it in my little container, and finally decided to take them. I took 2 or 3 at one time. It's kind of fun getting them all back. Okay. And the last one I have to show is a Prairie Schooler. We love Prairie Schooler. 'Tis the night of Halloween when witches go riding, I think it is. And I just love this pattern. I love all Prairie Schooler, but I love this one too. I chose the same frames for both of these so that I could hang them together. My dream is to have a Halloween wall. Right now I have some Halloween shelves in my craft room, but I like to hang them up and be able to switch them out for the season. So I kind of like to do all my Halloween framing in black. Christmas framing is like a white, antiqued white type frame. Those are mainly the holidays. I have a few Easter things here and there, but 4th of July, yeah, those are the holidays that I like to decorate for. I don't do much Thanksgiving because we decorate now for Christmas so early that Thanksgiving kind of gets, I have a few little Thanksgiving things for like the table whenever we put the family feast out, but other than that, I don't really decorate for Thanksgiving anymore. Used to, I didn't put the tree up till after Thanksgiving, but now it's like I want to enjoy it, especially we go to Disney World in December all the time. So I don't decorate as much for Thanksgiving because I want to be able to enjoy my Christmas decorations, and when we're gone for a whole week, I want to, it seems like I enjoy them longer if I put them up. Okay, I have a few more things to show. So hold on just a second, I'm going to get them. I will never, ever, ever not show my JBW Designs Halloween Ornaments 1, 2, 3 tree that I made. I love this little metal tree. The metal tree came from our thrift store, our little town thrift store. I had more pumpkins than this in the bottom of this little tray. This came from the $1, $3, $5 spot at Target. This was $5. I like how it has the little fence. I was going to fill it with white pumpkins. My cats keep stealing them. My son said I asked him if I needed 2 or 3 white pumpkin bags because it came in like a bag of 10 or 15, and he said just 1, and I shouldn't have listened to him. I need more white pumpkins, and of course I went back and they didn't have any. So this is my Halloween tree, and I don't have enough ornaments to go all the way around. One day I may add to it all the little hooks. But when you come into my craft room, it's sitting on the island, and I love how it's there greeting me because it is so cute. I love all the JBW patterns, but these are my absolute favorite. So that's my Halloween tree. As far as whips, I have a lot of whips, but the 3 whips that I've actually been working on in rotation, I'm going to show you today. I'm finishing this little pattern for a pillow, and it came from the magazine, Cross Stitcher magazine, November 2015, I think, if I read that correctly, and the design's by Lucy Heaton. And can you see that? I hope. It's so hard to show, especially when I'm across the table because I can't hardly see. I'm old. I can't see. But this is how it's supposed to look when it's finished. Isn't it a cute little pillow? I am so tired of snowflakes that I have to take a break because I don't know how many more I have left. Well, you know what? I think I have like 2 left, if I even decide. What do you think? Do you think that's enough snowflakes, or do you think I need more? I don't know. I'm gonna let the few people who watch this, maybe they'll decide, tell me. But this one is super cute. Well, it has to be super. I mean, I don't stitch it if it's not cute. And I have one more question for anybody out there who wants to lend their expertise to my predicament. I started, well, I've in the middle, almost finished, of the Cross Stitch Collector by the Primitive Hare. And it looks like this, okay? It calls for antique gold thread. I had all the other threads. I did not have antique gold, so I just used some metallic DMC gold. And you can see here where I use the metallic thread, and it runs through the words. Do you see that? Okay, my question is, the pattern calls for these 2 O's to be filled with metallic thread, okay? That sounds like hell to me, because just stitching, you know, metallic DMC it just frays in 500 directions, and you're lucky if you can thread the needle without it going everywhere. And so I don't think I'm going to do that. Do you think it's going to look okay? I think I'm just gonna put a button in the center of both of these with some metallic thread coming out of the button, out the front, like tying a little knot. Because see, on the pattern, it has a button on one of them. It has a button on that one. And I think I'm gonna put a button on both of them. Or do you think I could use some kind of goldish color thread, a DMC in goldish color, or an overdyed? Should I do that? I just can't imagine filling both of those with metallic DMC. And I already have the board to put it on. So it's almost ready. I want to hang it above my closet in my craft room because I'm a cross stitch collector and cross stitch pattern collector of all. So this is what it's going to look like when it's finished, but I need an idea. I need about what do you think I should do? If you have an idea, put it down below so I can, what do you think would look okay? All right, the last, well, I have 2 more finishes. I've been busy. I've been really busy. This is the Town of Halloween. Town of Halloween. And it came out of a magazine, just Cross Stitch Magazine maybe? Or a Cross Stitcher magazine? I don't know because I just printed it out. But anyway, it is Town of Halloween by the Primitive Hare. That's 2 Primitive Hare finishes in a row. I love Primitive Hare. Funny, I only have 2. I've only done 2 of her Halloween patterns. This one, and of course Halloween Countdown, the Halloween Countdown calendar, which is my absolute favorite Halloween chart of all time. It was just, I got carpal tunnel, but I got it finished, and I was still working at the time, and the school year was winding down, and I think I got it finished quicker than I thought I would. Let's just say that. I couldn't put it down. Okay, last finish I have is Birds of a Feather, Beware of Cat. And I love him and his scary little face. And I love this fabric. And the little candy corn looking letters. That is, can you see that? Is so cute. Stay there. There we go. Oh, there we go. See the letters. How cute is that? I love all Birds of a Feather. Who doesn't? So there's Beware of Cat. So cute. Okay. I think, oh, I wanted to show you my Longaberger basket. I bought this, it's not the sew, it's the darning basket. I bought the darning basket. It had a terrible looking blue quilted cover on it. And the cover was actually put together by another company. This is this is a Longaberger, it fits a Longaberger basket, but it was not made by Longaberger. I don't even know what that's, oh, I bet you this is to the ABCs by Rosewood Manor. probably 101 ABCs or alphabets. Okay, so I bought a little quilt square, vintage quilt square on a trip that I took. Was it on my way to StitchCon in Alabama somewhere? And I bought one quilt square. And so I covered the darning basket lid with, look at I bought that at an antique shop too. Cute little mouse with the red pants. Isn't it cute? But anyway, this is what I did. I want to say this is like bear paw or something. If you know what that quilt pattern is called, let me know. But I just covered the back with this bluish colored fabric. I just put the whole thing back together the way that I found it. I don't remember the company. It had the company sticker on the back of it when I bought it, whoever made the lid. But I don't know what happened to it when I deconstructed the lid. But how cute. This is my darning basket. And now it just has DMC thread in it. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second and I'm going to come back after I get my whips. Okay, this video is all over the place and I'm so sorry. I just realized I started talking about whips, went to finishes, I'm back to whips again. Just forgive me. It's been a month already and it's only October 5th. Anyway, first whip I'm going to talk about is why I needed a break from snowflakes. I love, love, love Winter Sampler by Crochet A Go Go. I'm sure that's not how you say that. And I am getting further. I finished a little fox and another little tree. I have to break it up a lot because the border is a killer. I mean, sometimes I go in and I just do a snowflake here and there or a flower here and there. But I'm getting further and I just love this pattern. I have not fallen out of love with it. It's just, I just love it. I worked on it a lot at a little Jacksonville retreat that I went to. I worked on this one and I'll show you in a second the second thing I worked on. Still love this one, still love it. Plugging away. Second one I worked on, we've already discussed. Quaker Christmas, and I am getting closer. My wrist starts hurting. I have to put a wrist brace on. It's just gonna be, it's because I stitch in hand. If I stitched in a hoop or stitched in a frame, I think it would be better, but it's holding all that excess fabric because once you get to the right side, you're bunching all that fabric. I need to turn it around and work from upside down, but it's really, my brain has a hard time working upside down. I can read upside down after years of teaching, but working upside down just is, especially all the different motifs, and they're pretty intricate, some of them, keeping, if you're off by the whole thing is off. So, but this is, look, I'm almost done. I have the bottom right corner, and of course I've got a couple of sporadic different colors, like the words and letters and numbers here and there. I did a couple of them, but I've got to go back in. I'm going to finish all the green first, and then I'll go back in and do the rest of the lettering. I'm trying to make the lettering work for me. Some of the lettering has absolutely nothing to do. I don't know. Instead of a 6, I'd like it to be something else. There's nothing 6 that has to do with my family. But I don't know. It's just, there's a 4. There's 4 of us in my family. I don't know. There's a lot of smattering here and there. And I know it's a sampler, but not every letter and every number is in there. So I don't know. I don't know how those were chosen. But anyway. So those are my 2 whips. I have way more than that. So if you have a lot of whips, you are not alone because I'm right there with you. So no stress. We're going to get it done. All right. At the end of this video, I'm going to put a few cross stitch finishes, oldies but goodies, that I have finished over the years that I don't know if I've shown on this FlossTube channel or not, but I'm going to put them on, just a little montage of them, and I'm going to catch you next time. It's been nice catching up. I hope to be back in a couple weeks. I appreciate those people out there who say you need to do another floss tube, because I feel like sometimes you're just all alone. I love those people who have 2 or 3 different people in their floss tubes. It's when you can feed off somebody else, it's a little bit easier, because right now you're just talking to a camera and it's kind of awkward. I mean, I don't know, I'm used to talking to a room full of children or a room full of adults. I'm not used to talking to myself in a camera. So we're gonna keep doing it because it holds me accountable and it makes it fun. I don't know. I just like to look back and see my progress. I don't watch my whole floss tube back because that's kind of weird. But my son lets me know how awkward I am. Don't worry. He tells me. He does. He doesn't let me forget. But anyway, thank you for joining me. If you've made it this far, at the end of this video, I'm going to put a few little other finishes. So stick around for that if you want to see that. And thanks for joining me. I'll see you again next time. Bye. When you walk into the craft room on the left, I have Halloween Rules by Lizzie Kate hanging there. Love this one. Took me exactly 2 weeks to stitch it. I couldn't put it down. As you walk in, right in front of you is the table in the craft room. I need a better little table here, but this is what fits. I need something narrow with the drawers, and this is the best I can do. But here we go. There's my little October 31st on a bowl. I think heart and hand, I think. Okay, coming up on the shelves, there's Spooky Time, Lizzie Kate. This little guy was a cat that was made for me by a girl in a scrapbook group that always made the best things. That is, look at that cat. Is that the most adorable thing ever? She also made a turkey, and I have to put it out during Thanksgiving. It's one of the few things I have for Thanksgiving. This is the box. We've already talked about that. Trying to get out of the glass glare. These are Tim Holtz Halloween items, ideology. I love all of his Christmas and Halloween stuff. Moving up, we're at these 3 little bottles, came from the Target dollar spot. Wood wool stories on Etsy. And this is, we've already talked about the October boot. Nevermore, I made that into a pillow a couple years ago. Who is it, Lizzie Kate? Brendan Gervais, Halloween Hoopla. This little scary, creepy fella came from an estate sale a couple weekends ago, and he cracks me up. Look at his whiskers. They have these little marble-looking things on them. This was a kit from Hobby Lobby when I first started cross-stitching back again. It was on black fabric, just on a frame. And then Hiss and Clack, Brew is Brack Pointed Boots with the Buttons Black by Plum Street. Spooky Countdown is on a chalkboard by the back door. And the little ghost is a magnet needle minder, and the other magnet is on the back, so I can kind of just reach behind there or just scoot him forward. But right now it's the 5th, so he stays on the 5th today. I'm not sure when this video will go up, but this is Spooky Countdown, one of my favorite Halloween finishes ever. Of course, framed by Hobby Lobby. So in the island in the craft room, I have Halloween ornaments 1, 2, and 3 on my metal tree. And I wish that Miss Judy Whitman would make some more ornaments, because I need a Halloween ornaments number 4, because I have missing some hooks that still need something on them. And over on the sewing table, I have Halloween Time by Needlework Press in a Tim Holtz clock frame. I have Christmas Time, but I need to get focused on getting it finished because it's 1/1. But I love Halloween Time. One last thing, coming to the laundry room. My husband just redid my laundry room for me. I love it. But anyway, I wanted a few little things scattered throughout the house, and so here is Who by the Prairie Schooler, just in a nice little silver frame with a cute little pumpkin candle and a lamp, which is usually on, but it leaves a glare when the camera's on, so right now I have it turned off. Hope you've enjoyed this little tour of little things of Halloween cross stitch around my house, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.